Hey, 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 everybody, hey, hey, hey. Hey, everybody, how's everybody doing? It's a great day. It's sunny outside, you guys, but it's cold. Okay, the weather forecast first. I don't know what we're gonna do with all this cold weather. What are we gonna do with this weather? Well, I tell you, I'm so tired of cold weather. I don't know what to do. How's everybody doing, family? How's everybody doing? I want to share something so amazing with you guys. I want to show you guys something, and I really want to talk about this with you guys because I'm seeing something, and I see it through the foundation, right? You know about the foundation. We're gonna just introduce that worm in the bush to you, and we actually trying to get it hooked also through Africa. Okay, I have a couple people that I have messages out to because they are employing Black, of course, Africans. And I would love to get them to come through the foundation so that we can actually employ them through the foundation so I can hook up with um, great Black companies in Africa. And then that way, our people in Africa, either from the diaspora or Africans pretty much, that are there can find jobs that are going to pay them, a decent wage. Okay. Because I know a lot of Black people here, even in Africa, I see that they're overcharging people, right, for stuff. And I'm like, well, we came from America. We I know people look at America as far as Black people and they say, oh my God, Black people in America are worth $1.2 trillion. And they think they actually say that we are the richest culture out here. They actually say that we are the richest culture in America, American Black people. So when we go to other countries, they know that they think that we're rich. They think we have a lot of money. So they, charge us, really overcharged us for services and stuff. And I want to get to the place where we are being fair with each other and not overcharging each other, because, Black people, we love to overcharge. I'm going to tell you. And I'd be like, don't rob Peter to pay Paul. Don't be so expensive to where we can't even afford to even participate or support your business. Let's keep it low and let's keep it to a minimum of where we can actually afford to support each other. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad you guys are here, but I want to, and I'm gonna share my screen, and we're gonna first do our little presentation, and we are going to let me share my screen. I always have to advertise my business, my baby. And we're going to talk about Ram in the Bush. Of course, we're going to talk about that. We go, oh my God, we're going to talk about that. Yes, we're going to keep talking about it because I'm trying to. Oh, dang, did I do that? Hold on. I don't think I did that right. Let me stop sharing because I don't think I did it right. Hold on, you guys. Share my screen. Share. Okay, that's what I didn't do before. So that's why I wasn't sharing because I wasn't clicking that box. So here we go again. Let's go in here and here's my baby. That's my baby. Okay, Ram in the bush, you guys. Let's talk about her. We're gonna keep on talking about her. And this is my baby here. You guys know about it. I want to go into more, and we're going to talk about apprenticeship programs. This is what we offer: apprenticeship programs updates daily for 18 to 25 years of age and interested in hands-on training, paid. And I really want to put that in there. I want to emphasize it is paid on the job training, okay, hands-on training, okay. We're not just going and some of these courses that I could not partner up with people. I had to partner up with schools. Okay. Like the HVAC, you have to go to a school to get that. Mechanics, we can do that. HVAC, electricians, plumbing, those you have to go to a school to get. I couldn't find any companies that wanted to partner with me to be able um, to get paid on the job training. I'm just saying. Have a barber school, of course, security training, on the job training. Have to be 18 to get trained with a weapon. Okay. But no, you have to be 21 to get a weapon. Okay. But you can do security with no weapons. Okay. Car detailing, carpentry. I'm partnered with a few of apprenticeship, what do you call them? Home improvement guys. Okay. And you know what? I am really finding out. I'm partnered right now with transportation companies because I know a lot of students that, college students that can't get to college, and they're using those transportation people. They're using them, the ones that I partnered up, to get back and forth to school. So that's really working out for them. Of course, painting, you don't have to go to school for that. Looking for, my on the job training with my home improvement, pretty much can do the painting. Website training, I talked to a guy. I'm still looking for somebody to train with the website. I thought I had somebody, but of course he wanted to, sometimes we as people want to, if they're training you, they don't want to pay you. Make it make sense. But still looking for midwives, but it's on there. Do CDR training 4 weeks. And also, if you want to get an intake form, you can download intake form, mentorship forms. So this is my baby, you guys. This is my baby. Looking for CNA programs. I have, calls out to a CNA, some of these nursing homes that will provide paid on the job training also. And I think those are like 4 weeks. Okay. So those will be coming too. I'm telling you, we are on the move, you guys. We are on the move. We have products also. So if you guys want any of these products, go to raminthebush.com. Okay. REALM. That's how we spelling it. Inthebush.com. REALM. Inthebush.com. And welcome, you guys. Like and share as you come in. And feature products. We have our t-shirt. We got next. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's put on that. Whoop, whoop. We got next these t-shirts. We have those. And they come in different colors. Yes. We got next. Okay. Go ahead and order your t-shirt. We have all colors. Okay. Y'all come on and get your t-shirt. Don't be acting cheapos. Y'all stop acting like that, okay? Y'all don't be cheap. Don't sell your sister short. I'm just saying. Ram in the bush, of course. Okay, we got hats that you can put. We got next on there, or Ram in the bush on the t-shirt, on the hats. And also we have books. We got next. I have my book, of course. I don't know if any. I know you guys know I wrote a book. We got it's called A Mother's Love, and you can actually order it from here or on Amazon. Okay. So yeah, those are all our products. We don't try to, everything goes back into the foundation. Okay. So yeah, this is my baby. We got t-shirts, and we got, of course, ball hats and books and journals and mugs. So I don't know. You know what? I was gonna do an exercise bike, but I changed my mind, so I'm gonna have to take that off. Okay. But yeah, I don't want to work with too many real big products. So yeah. But yeah, that's my baby. So yeah, let's talk about our topic. We have an amazing topic today. Let's go back to that's it right there. Yep. Ain't that my baby? That's my boo right there. Look at it. I tell you what. Welcome to Ram in the Bush. That's it. Okay. I want y'all to see that for a minute. Okay. But yes, I am trying to partner up with some businesses in Africa. Got a couple calls out and trying to see if we can get it there and here. Because you guys know that Africa is the now. Why you think you're seeing all this stuff in the news about Africa, and they're pretty much going to get to the point where they're not accepting American money. So if you guys have not diversified, you better be thinking about something to diversify in. And I've been looking for a person that can actually talk about that. But a lot of people want to charge a lot of money to talk about what what they're diversifying in. And I'm like, why? What's the big deal? What's the big secret? But whatever, people are people. So whatever. Okay. So let's talk about what is really going on here, you guys. Okay. Let's go back over here because I really want us to stop sharing. And even with the Ram in the Bush, how I've been noticing dealing, because I have a reentry program now. I've partnered with like NC Works, the unemployment office. I've partnered with schools. So the 18 to 25 for the schools, and I've gone ages up to maybe 30, 35 for the prisons. Okay. And the reentry program is when they're coming out of prison, when they're coming out of jail. I was finding that they're not having a place to live. They're actually homeless. But you've worked in a jail and you've done work for them, and you've gotten paid like 5 cents a minute, or not a minute, 5 cents an hour. You've worked like a dog. You can work in the jail, but you can't work when you come out of prison. I don't understand it. I'm still trying to work that out because, I don't understand. If you've learned a trade in jail, why aren't you allowed to work, to work that trade when you come out? You got to work somewhere, right? You got to live somewhere. You got to eat, right? You got to pay bills. Just like life goes on when you come out of jail. Even if you have not been in society for 10 years, you still have to pay bills, right? You're going to, have a place to live. You're going to have to get a vehicle. You got to get the license back. And I find out a lot of guys from jail had lost their license and didn't have license and didn't have anything. They come out of jail, they don't have nothing, okay? And they were going to a rehab place, because a lot of apartments didn't want them living there, but then they can't even find a place to live. So been in the process of looking for, I want the city to actually donate a building to me. I have a building in mind, but I don't know, it's a huge building, right? It used to be a nursing home, but I want to use my home improvement guys to help me kind of do the work on this building to make like little condos, maybe studio apartments, put a little stove refrigerator in there, maybe a little futon. They'll have a common area for a TV. If you want to buy a TV, you can put a TV in there, but you won't have to do anything. The bed will be there. If you want to bring a TV, bring a TV. It'll be your own TV. But this place will be for my inmates that come out that won't have a place to live. Okay, male and female. I'm just saying. So that's the new vision that I'm coming up with. And I'm going to partner that with Ram in the Bush, just trying to do something. If I see the need, I'm going to put it with the foundation. I'm just saying. It's other things that I want to do, but this came up a lot, the housing. Okay. And I've really been trying to partner with more businesses that want to hire inmates. And I'm tell you, this country needs to change some laws or something, because you'll tell me, well, they got a record, I can't hire them. So it's almost like a suicide. You setting them up to go back. That's pretty much what it is. Okay. My hair is looking crazy, right? They setting them up to go back to jail, right? That's the way I see it. Okay. I see that, they can't even, get a job. And then you can't have a place to live because apartment complex don't want you to live with them. So what are we to do? What are they to do? So a lot of people don't, this conversation isn't important because they figure, well, they did the time, they need to do the time. But yeah, what happens after they do the time? And some of these people after 48 years, 45 years, they come out and say, oh, they weren't guilty. What if that was you? What if that was you? That you went to jail and you got arrested and you got set up, right? Because these police officers do anything now. I don't trust none of them, okay? And back in the day, they was setting them brothers up. They was putting drugs on them. They was planting stuff here and they was doing all kinds of stuff, right? What if that was you? What if that was your brother? What if that was your dad? And doggone well, your dad, a police officer, was just after him, because I seen that one movie where if these streets could talk, or if I can't remember the movie, but it was about a black guy who he went in this store in like a Greek store, and this lady was really nice, to black people, but he was in her store, and something happened in the store, and the black guy defended her, right? So when the police was called, they wanted the lady to press charges against the black guy because he, was in there fighting or whatever. And she said, no, he helped me. So the police, I guess he looked like a fool. So the police got mad at him and harassed him, hired somebody to testify against him, went to his house and arrested him. And those charges stuck. I'm telling you. And you have to understand, we're dealing with the police department that has been infiltrated. The government knows that, the FBI knows that, but they do nothing. And America is the type, they don't fix any of their problems. They bury them, right? Literally, they bury them. If you're a problem, they'll put you in jail. If you're a problem, they'll bury you, they'll kill you, they'll murder you. MLK, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X. I'm just saying, the government, NFAC, they'll put you in jail. Grandmaster, okay? They don't fix anything. You come to them and you are coming against their racist, disgusting system. They're gonna bring you up on charges. That's just what America does. So we have a lot of black martyrs, a lot of black civil rights leaders that are still in jail. Okay, they're still looking for that one lady. What's her name? Shakur. They're still actually looking for her. She went to Cuba, and Cuba has been protecting her. Cuba's been really protecting her all this time, and she's been in Cuba ever since. It's never stepped foot back in America. And they've been looking for her hard, right? And she's never probably has never had any contact with her children or anything. But it's so sad that this is the country that we live in, okay? But this is a country that's falling real fast as you look around you, okay? And I keep telling y'all, Toe Ministry has some things that's going on with their they have people over in Africa, and they're building cities for Black folk to retreat to and to have to go to. And if you guys don't have your passports, you guys are out of your minds, because this thing is going. You want to have some place to go besides America where you can go and be free and think free, and just you have a new lease on life. And I'm just saying, it's about time that we get it together. And America's done. Okay, if you don't know that by now, you in for a surprise. Okay, you not looking at the signs. We are already in depression right now. 2023 depression. This depression happened back in '08 when Obama was in office, and then they fixed it. They gave bailed the banks out and stuff. But I went to the store the other day and I seen some bologna. I like beef bologna, right? It's so salty. I stopped, but I saw it. I was just looking at prices of meat, and and I'm looking at the chicken. I love chicken, and I'm looking at these prices. I'm like, what is going on? But mayonnaise, I like mayonnaise, Miracle Whip. That was $6.99. Are we serious? $6.99 for a jar of mayonnaise? Really? This used to be $3 and $4. We up to $7. I went to look for salads because I like to eat salads for work. I used to buy a big old bag, right? The kit, Caesar kit. And now they got this little bitty bag half full, and it's like the same price. I'm like, what in the world? Gas in my car does not last. Y'all better open your eyes and see what's going on. This stuff is getting really super serious. I don't know what y'all thinking, but y'all better wake up. Y'all better go and not start visiting other countries. You got your taxes. I hope you put it in the bank. I hope you're saving it. I hope you invest. I'm not going to say put it in the bank, because right now, these banks, you better get your safe, or you better put in some milk carton. You better do something with it. I don't know what y'all going to do with it, but I'm just saying, y'all better have some places in y'all house to hide. I remember back in the day, they used to put it under the mattresses, right? I'm just saying, we better get busy. But you guys see the topic, right? Y'all, why are our men not getting valuable jobs? Why? What's going on with our babies? What's going on with our men, our kings, who can't take care of their families? They want to take care of their families just like anybody else. Black folk don't want to do nothing but be left alone and to live their lives. We don't want anything. We really don't expect anything. We don't want anything. We don't ask for nothing. We just want y'all to leave us alone. Let us live in peace and let us do us. That's all Black folk want. But when we get around these other cave people, that's when we see the problem. These cave folk is what the problem is. Okay, nobody else is understanding that we have Houston. We have a problem, and I'm getting ready to show you this. I'm getting ready to show you one thing that I want you guys to see. And it's sad though, because we have no friends. Y'all think y'all got friends? Everybody that they're bringing here is climbing over us. Have y'all noticed that? You can't get no business alone, because we've tried. You can't get no business alone. But the Mexicans can. They got food trucks all over. I don't even go to them nasty. You ain't got no bathroom. You ain't washing no hands. And some of them don't have no gloves. So I'm just saying, I'm not going to your trucks. You nasty. Where you using the bathroom in? And where you washing your hands in? Okay. I'm just saying, I'm not going to your food trucks. And some of these Saudi Arabians and Pakistanians, they want to make soul food. How you gonna make soul food? That's just like me going there trying to make some Pakistani food. I don't know. I don't even know what kind of food they eat. Just because you got the menu of some Black folk soul food, you think now you're gonna make some soul food? Do I even want to try it? I'm just saying, you don't know how to cook our food. You don't even know how food tastes. You didn't grow up on it. So why would I go to a Pakistani for soul food? That's crazy. My daughter, I'm telling you, we gotta do better. And I've seen some people at this truck. Black folk. Do you think that if you sold some Pakistani food, that they would come to your truck? Oh Lord, I don't know what we're gonna do with us. I don't know what we're gonna do. I see the Black folk. I even see Chinese people trying to cook. It's just certain things I don't buy from Chinese people. I just don't. I don't even buy nothing. I try not to buy nothing from them. But I'm just saying, why would we go to them? Just like I was saying, Bakari was saying, I think that was Bakari. He's talking about how they was cutting our hair, and they had a barber shop, and they was Black folk actually going to them to allow them to cut your hair. Make it make sense, family. God, can we keep anything to ourselves? They come up with the new one. We are so ready to support them, just to show them that we're not prejudiced, we're not racist. For one, black folk can't be racist. And I'm so sick of people saying, "Oh, black folk, you racist, you racist." I'm shut up. How are we racist? We don't have any power. You can't be racist with no power. What can we change? Tell me one thing. How do we change their lives? How can we change their lives? If we don't like somebody white, if we don't like a person on our jobs that's white, can we fire them? No. If we apply, if we go want a bank loan, white person want a bank loan, do we have the authority not to give it to them? No. If they come for a business loan, do we have the authority not to give it to them? No. But they have the authority not to give it to you. They can fire you on these jobs because you're working for them. We've taught our babies how to go out and get a job instead of how to go out and join around in the bush and get your own certificates and build your business, build your own tables, and sit at our own tables. That's what we're teaching Black people. That's what we're teaching Black folk, inmates, that I shouldn't use ex-inmates, reentry. We're teaching them how to have their own tables, and they want it. And I'm partnered up with the Rec Academy, right? This guy, he used to do, and he's doing good now. Has his own trucking company. I'm just saying. So that's another one I do. I do too. I have 2 trucking companies I partner with, right? And he's doing really for the area, for the ones reentry that cannot go out to Katrina's, trucking, Timpton Hills. They can't go there yet. So I'm partnered up with somebody in our area that they can go to his trucking company. But the ones that want to go, that can go out of state, then I put them with her. Okay. So it's two companies that I partnered with for that. And I've tried to partner with like construction company, white owned, they won't partner with me. I've tried, I just have not found one that'll partner with us because they know who we're training. And we have no friends, so nobody want to train you. You'll train them. Because I got a Black guy. He has a construction company. He won't even call me. He hired Mexicans. I'm just saying. He's Black. I'm just saying. The brother won't even contact me, won't even call me back. He'll hire Mexicans. He ain't good with the Mexicans, but they just using him. Because guess what? They won't hire none of my people. I've dealt with Mexicans. He has a roofing company. Can't get him he hiring his own. They ain't gonna hire no Black Mexicans. They're gonna hire. They hire their own and they stick with their own. Okay. Mexicans stick with their own. Everybody stick with their own self of Black people. Tell me why. I'm just saying. Everybody stick with their own self Black people. But we'll support Chinese. We'll support Mexicans. We'll support Afghanistans. We'll support the Pakistanians. We'll support it's everybody but Black people. Okay. My daughter was telling me about a Black restaurant in Mexico, right? A soul food, right? And I'm just like, okay, I hope, because there's enough people, Black folk. It's a huge group in Mexico of Black people, expats. I think that's what they call them. And I'm like, I hope they support, each other. I hope they support this restaurant. It's a Black-owned restaurant. Because she couldn't wait to tell me, Mommy, it's a Black-owned restaurant down here, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, really? So, I like stuff like that. No, I can't wait. Can't wait to go and visit and check the restaurant out. But we got to do better. But I want you guys, I'm going to share my screen because I want us to talk about this. Why are our men not getting hired? And let me just come back over here because I remember I used to work for a company, right? And I used to find jobs for different individuals, right? And I was bringing, I'm bringing my people. I'm like, hey, you know me, I'm gonna hire my own, and they were hiring. They wouldn't hire them. And then they looked at me like, Kathy, what's wrong with your numbers? Your numbers are true. And I'm like, you won't hire them. I'm bringing them to the table. You don't like who I'm bringing to the table. So you're not hiring. Then you want to get on me about my numbers. I'm bringing them. I can't make, I'm like, look, these companies were kind of bougie, but I was trying to get them in the door. The ones that had degrees, the ones that, they wouldn't hire them. They wouldn't hire them. I'm telling you. And I'm looking today. They still not hiring Black men. You can go to McDonald's. You can go to Burger King. They'll hire you at Popeyes churches. They'll hire you at these chicken places. These, that they want you to cook the little chicken. McDonald's. They'll hire you in the back. Kentucky Fried Chicken, Bojangles. They'll hire you, paying you what, $10, $12 an hour, maybe. You ain't making no more than that. Now, what grown man do you know can take care of his family on $10, $12 an hour? They'll give you $10 to $12. You work the hardest and they pay you the less. Okay. When you gonna get tired of working for them? Let them come, let them send their kids to fry that chicken. Let them send their kids to flip them hamburgers while you build your own table. Let Realm in the Bush help you to build your own table for the future. I'm trying to teach Black people how to build your own tables. You want to eat? Come on, I got you. I want you to eat. I'm going to get you the training, the certificate you need. Give me a year and you'll have your own business. I don't even need a year. I don't even need a year. I just need enough time for you to learn the job. So I figured a year, you learn the job, you work the, CDO, you get your CDO, you open up your school. And then I could use you to help train other reentry programs. Okay. So, because you have your own, you got your own ticket, you got your own certificate, you have your own table. You don't have to beg anybody. Hey, can I sit at your table? Can I eat today? Can I get a place to live? Can I not sleep in a box tonight? When you get tired, let me know. Let me know. Because I love Black folk to have their own. I want you to have your own. I'm not building workers. People say, well, Cassie, everybody may not want their own business. That's fine. That's fine. The ones that don't, okay, I have places to put you. But if you want your own table, let me help you to build that table. That's what Realm in the Bush is for. Check my website out, RealmInTheBush.com. Realm in the Bush. I'm going to put it in the chat. Somebody going to have to teach me how to do the thing at the bottom of the screen. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that, y'all. You know me. I barely learned how to share my screen. Shoot. Just saying. Oh Lord, y'all bear with Cassie today, y'all. I'm just really I went to ride my bike. It's too cold. I couldn't really do anything. And plus, I'm tired. I have my granddaughter, so she kept me up all night. I said, "Oh my Lord, you going home? I'm tired. I'm tired." I'm like, "Oh my God." We went skating. I took her skating yesterday. I love to skate. I do. I love to skate. I get out there with her and we be skating, honey. We be back and skating. You remember back in the day, we used to go skating. We learned how to skate. My kids learned how to skate. She know how to skate. We be gone. We be skating. Okay. Then I tell them people, don't come near me. You come near me, you make me fall and fall on top of you. So going on over there. I try to stay in my little area and we skate. We was skating. Oh, we skating, but I'm tired. So that's why I'm gonna go drive this day. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna do this live, but I sure didn't feel like it. I'm tired. I'm like, man, you need to go home. Y'all, oh Lord. But yeah, let me go ahead and share the screen, y'all. Y'all bear Cassie today. Yeah, y'all go ahead and visit my website too. I'm gonna share my screen. Actually, I need to put in this first. Hold on. I'm so tired. I'm gonna copy that. Okay. So in case anybody wants to come on, maybe not. Okay, it's the website because y'all want to come on. Put that up there. Now I can share my screen. Okay, I'm ready. You know what, people, people, if they can't have drama, they don't want to visit. They don't want to do nothing. They'll be like, well, I want to see somebody fighting and cussing each other out. I don't feel like doing that today. I don't feel like it. Sometimes, I'm picking and choosing my battles now. I'm tired. Shoot. So, let's talk about this. What do you see here? What do you say? Where's that title? Let's talk about this. Can anybody guess why? Do we need to guess? Do we really need to guess why? Do we really need to guess? Why are unemployment rates so low among Black men? Because they don't want y'all to succeed. That's why. They want y'all to go back to jail. And then I remember back in the day, Black men used to like own the construction industry. I mean, owned it. Black men was everywhere back in the day, right? Construction. And sometimes they would work, sometimes you wouldn't even work a whole week. Remember that? I don't know about them today and the Mexicans. I think they work all the time right now. And them Mexicans don't hardly miss no days of work, honey. Okay. But I'm gonna tell you what, when Black folks in construction, one day you might work, next day you may not, next day you may work, next day you may not. I'm telling you, it was very off and on, right? But let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. As the U.S. grapples with its long history of racial exploitation, but see, this is what I'm saying. We know about this long. Listen at this. As the U.S. grapples with its long history of racial exploitation and exclusion and the unacceptably large racial disparities. We know this. It's nothing new, but we don't fix it. Why? Because we're waiting on somebody else to fix it for you. Bam. I hit the head. I hit the nail on the head, didn't I? We are waiting for somebody else to build those tables, and they're not, because they don't care if you starve to death. They don't care if you and your black little nigglets starve with them. I'm just saying, starve with you. They don't care. But we got to care. What ram in the bush cares? Because this is why I'm teaching you guys. And I've gone to high schools. I've gone to high schools. I've gone to high schools. It's every, I'll have a couple here, but you know what? We so used to wanting to work at, I'm going to McDonald's, they'll go to Chick-fil-A, and they'll go to different places to work. Welcome, Bakari. But when do we build our own tables? When do we do for self? We know, let me read this title again. As the U.S. grapples with a long history of racial exploitation and exclusion and the unacceptability, large racial disparities in virtually all meaningful walks of life, a spotlight is once again beginning to focus on the plot for Black men in America, in the U.S., right? Such concerns is not unprecedented. About 15 years ago. Now, this is nothing new, okay? They're telling you it's nothing new, okay? There was a brief flurry of attention paid to the high incarceration and low employment rates, which is still high. Both rates, incarceration and employment amongst Black men, is ridiculous. I mean, 9 out of 10 Black men are not working. 9 out of 10. Okay. That's horrible. Horrible. But you have talents. You have talents. Let me teach you. Let me show you. Let me help you to get that certificate so that we can create our own tables. Black folk don't want to create their own tables. You want to beg white folk for their table. You want to beg them for a seat. The hell with them. I ain't begging you for nothing because I don't have to. Feel me? I don't have to beg you to sit. I don't have to beg you to do anything. And I won't. And this is the problem. Black folks still waiting to beg white folk. Can I please have a piece of bread, massa? I take the little crumbs you just dropped on the floor, massa. Oh, we's hungry, massa. Okay, well, how long we's gonna be hungry before we get up there and decide to build our own table? We got the wood. I got the wood for you. You gotta want it. I got it. Well, you want what? But then, yes, it's other companies that'll say, for instance, I'll pardon this Black guy, right? Oh, Lord, help us. And once I find out that's how you are, I'll mess with you. I keep moving, right? He wanted me to get him some people. I bought him some people. They were inmates, and he didn't want them. I'm like, but dude, you was an inmate yourself. So now you discriminate against your own? Make it make sense. You know the hardship you had on getting started. But now you want to pick and choose. Okay. I ain't messing with you right now. Okay, why is my internet buffing? My internet is buffing and I don't know why. There's nothing wrong with my internet. Why am I buffing? I see it buffing. Boy, I tell you, when you're talking about something that's really important, they're going to mess with your channel. I'm telling you. There is no reason why my internet should be buffing right now. But whatever. I'm going to keep going. Okay? It just bothers me when you know that you're really talking about something and whatever. Okay. I'm done. I'm not gonna go there today. I'm gonna pick and choose my battles because I'm tired right now. Okay. So let me just keep on talking. I hope you guys can hear me. I hope you guys are feeling me right here. Okay. So, let me see. Such concerns is not unprecedented. About 15 years ago, there was a brief flurry of attention. I think I read that. But let me read it again. Of attention paid to the high incarceration and low employment rates of Black men and their consequences for Black families and communities. Okay. Indeed, some positive policies efforts ensued, particularly in the area of incarceration, where a board consensus developed on the harmful effect of mass incarceration and the need for policy to lower it and to help justice involved individuals reenter society. Okay. We're still waiting for that. We're still waiting for them, those policies. Okay. Still waiting. Okay. Still waiting. Y'all bear with me. I don't know why my phone is acting up. Okay, maybe it's my phone. I don't know why my internet is off, but I'm gonna cut my phone off and turn it back on. Something's going on here. I don't know why. I have no idea what's going on. But anyway, okay, T-Mobile, you better act right because I'll be just switched over. Okay. Yet little positive efforts was made at that time or at any time since. Okay, did you hear that? They know that there's an issue, but if it's Black folk, we ain't gotta do nothing. Let's keep going. Seriously, this is how they treat you. Aren't we tired of being treated like dirt? Aren't we tired of them? And we begin to treat each other like that. We didn't start treating each other like this until we partnered with them. Oh, have anybody noticed that? Anybody notice that our kids didn't act a fool until you got with them? But he told y'all evil communication corrupt good manners. We had our babies. Well, our babies knew how to act. They still know how to act if you don't have them with them. Those cave babies, those cave beasts, them babies don't know how to act. We already know that. We saw, what do you see? The gun shootings in the schools. We see that. Now you sit up there. You had a guy, let me just tell you once. We had a guy, A&T. I always want to say A&T. We had a guy at A&T, the college, Black, HSBC, right, McCurry? This white guy went to the campus and was finna get down. He's finna shoot him up. I'm like, y'all better have something. Y'all know these white folk coming. How come ain't nobody on the campus got a gun? You had an unarmed security guard. What the hell you gonna do? You unarmed. He running the security. I'm sorry. He running. He running. He running an unarmed security guard. Y'all, please make it make sense. Y'all help y'all sister out. You a security guard, you get a gun. What in the world? He running a security guard away, right? Oh, why did you have a gun? I'm just saying. So of course, this dude gets caught. And of course, they let him out of jail on $100,000 bond, right? I've seen Black folk really get some charges and they keep they behind in jail. He's out, he's free. So now he paid his bond. He's out and about doing whatever so he can come back to the school. He coming back, or somebody like him is coming back. Y'all stay, don't be ready this time. Shame on you. One time you get me, shame on me, okay? But the second time you come back and I'm still not ready, you gonna get what your ass get. I'm just saying. Be not ready. Don't be ready this time because he's coming back. I keep telling Black folk around the country, get your candy bars, get your Snickers, have some peanuts to go with them Snickers, okay? But y'all still sitting up there with nothing. We got Black women. We went out to dinner the other night, and group of us from work, and I asked them, I said, "How many of y'all got your tasers or your mace or your guns or whatever?" And they look at me like, "What? What?" I'm looking at, are y'all crazy? Do we not see how toxic this society is? And they see how toxic, and they'll still sit there and be like, "You got no gun. I don't need no gun." I'm like, you guys are crazy. You guys are idiots. If you are sitting here and you're Black with unarmed, with no leaf blowers, no candy bars, no Twix, no Snickers, no candy, no nothing, then you're going to get what you get. I'm just saying. You get what you get. Yeah, he was unarmed. Didn't have no weapon. He was running around unarmed. Okay, I'm not gonna try to go there anyway. But y'all, I'm just saying, this dude got off. He's out. He's out, right? Another one like him is coming. Black schools, black people, get ready. Get your heads out the sand. Go get you don't even need a license now, okay? In the area, you don't even need a license. Go get your weapons. It's probably $250. You guys just got your taxes, right? There's no reason for you not to have your peanuts and candy bars. There's no reason. But now you sit up there, then something happened to you, Dean. I can't believe in 2023. Oh, shut up. Because you should have had your stuff together. Why you can't believe it? They've been showing you every day. You sound like a dummy. You get on TV and say that. Don't ever say that. Something happened. Please don't get on camera, on TV and say, oh, I can't believe in 2023. Now you've been seeing this every day, all day, every day. You just seen it. Because every time these white folk go and shoot up their schools, and we're not doing that, then they want to come over there and bring their behinds over here and shoot up some stuff over here. Because we don't do that. We'll shoot each other, but won't shoot up a school. Just saying. Please help me, y'all. Please. I'm trying not to, because I'm going to try to be nice. Okay. We'll shoot each other. But them white folks shooting up schools, churches, supermarkets. They coming. You can be at Walmart. You don't have a gun. What's happening when they come in there shooting? And you can't get out. You gonna lay there? What? You gonna go out like a punk? I'm gonna tell you what. I had been in church, and if I had I'm gonna just say Dilly Roof. If I had been there, you think I would have had nothing on me. I'm sitting there. I'm telling you, when white folk come around me, I'm looking. They don't let them walk behind me. I don't let them walk too close to me. I don't let them walk up on me. I talked about that guy who I was at the station. It was like maybe I was working night that time, and I was getting off really super late. And I was stopping to get gas, right? And I seen him coming, and I just put my hand up. Don't come over here. I don't care what you need. You see all these men? Go talk to them. I'm not 911. If that's what you need to call them. He was like, well, I don't give a damn what you want. Don't come over here by me. I don't care what you need. Go talk to somebody else. Go call you some help. Call Chicago Motor Clubs. Call AA. Go over there and talk to them, because I don't give a damn. I don't care. Don't come over here. And that's what he was like. I feel the same way about you. You need the help, but you not me, because I don't care. And I meant that. Don't come over here. I don't care if you homeless, walking hungry. You white, there ain't no reason for you to be homeless, walking hungry. You white, you can put on a damn suit. You can get it out of the garbage can, put it on, and you'll get a job today before black men will. I'm just saying. Let's really look at this thing here. Let's stop acting like we don't know this. Let's stop acting crazy. Bit of medicine, welcome. Welcome. Let's finish talking about this, okay? But as we know, miracles don't fix nothing. Then they said, yet little positive efforts has been made at that time, or any time since, to improve employment outcomes among black men and youth. And these outcomes remain disturbingly weak. Okay. Below, I have provided the latest evidence on employment rates of black men and reviewed what we know about their causes, and then consider the range of policy efforts that could improve. Okay, because I'm gonna tell you what, our men, as I was a mayor, okay, and I'm just saying, we as black folk, we could be starting. If I really was gonna be here in America, I would run for mayor or something, because I know that we can make changes, locally, more so than anything else. And I would make money. I would take some of the money from the police department, and I would allocate it to black men. I would. And I wouldn't even tell them I'm doing this, but I would hire black men as security in our schools. I would give them security, and I would give them weapons. I'm just saying, hold on. I'm just saying that I would hire them to be like role models, mentors. Okay. I would have them coming in, and it would be like 5 at a time. From 8 to 5, and you can switch it off. Okay, but this is your job, 40 hours. Excuse me, and you would be allowed to like walk the halls, have little after school clubs, and do something with these boys. Okay, have like a little men's group or something, little kings group, or little prince, do something with our boys, right? And ladies, I would even hire some of the ladies, because women, we're underemployed also. Okay, but I think it's more so men. But my thing was really the men, having them to come into the schools, because I see there was a group in fathers, they call black men, they call them fathers something. I did a story on them once before, but excuse me, but I would have them coming into schools and being like mentors. Okay. I've seen it, and I cannot think of the name of that group, but it was the fathers, and they was going into these really bad schools, right? And I believe a lot of our boys need a lot of attention right now, and they're dealing with this fatherless issue and all this stuff, and we're seeing the results of it. Okay, and if we as black folk don't see the results and take our babies out of these schools and start educating our own babies, it's gonna get worse. Okay, now they got you wearing dresses. Now the LGBT. Why do you think they're putting them schools in the high schools and in the elementary schools now? They even got these little gay men, these little LGBT, NLP, elemental men, people in these libraries reading to these babies, right? Because if I can get to the babies, I can change this right here. I can change the whole society to where these older people are telling you no to LGBT, but I'm teaching you it in school. I'm teaching it to you in the libraries. I'm teaching it to you in wherever you go now. It's in your face on TV. It's in your face in your music. It's always in your face, and that's all you see. Guess what you're going to begin to do? You're going to be thinking what grandma said was wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. It's everywhere I look now. Got it in schools, got it in libraries, got it on TV, you got it in the music, I got it just all around me. Okay. And then I said, they can destroy a whole society through your babies. And that's what America's dysfunctioning this country. That's what they're trying to do. That's what they're trying to do. This country is so dysfunctional. This is what they do. This is nothing that these snow people have been sleep with their babies, sleep with their dogs, sleep with themselves. The men used to go off to war and have sex with themselves. Only time they came home was to have sex with the women, to have babies, to repopulate, right? But then they go off to war and have sex with themselves, with each other. That's what they did. Okay. This is nothing new with these snow people. That's what they do. Okay. In caves, that's all they did. But you have to understand that's not something we did. That's not what we believed in. I mean, we frowned on homosexuality since forever, right? Right? Okay, we didn't see this as a problem in our community. When you start coming together with folk that you ain't got no business coming with, you're going to begin to take on their attributes, right? So now you have our kids in school that's acting the fool. Pro-black, welcome. Like I shared, you guys, as you come in, you got our children mixing and mingling with them. They acting just like them. And then we look and say, oh my God, pray for my children, pray for our babies, pray for. No, I'm not going to pray for anything. Get them away from these cave people. Get them away and start educating your own children. And then you won't have this problem. We've letting this school thing and, this black on black, white on white crime. Stop saying black on black crime. But my thing is, we've allowed this in our neighborhoods. We've allowed this in our communities. You got black women right now and black men who know that their sons are drug dealers, right? And you will allow him to stay in your home because he's paying your mortgage, because he's paying your car note, because he's paying your insurance. You know that that's dirty money. But you'll sit right there and allow his behind to sell drugs out of your house, idiot. Or you know that he's paying your bills. He may be doing it out there in his car or whatever, but you know where that money is coming from. You know he ain't got no job, but he paying your $1,000 mortgage. Where do you think that's coming from? Or he paying your $1,500 mortgage. Where do you think that's coming from? I'm just saying. What are we doing, family? And then something happened to him. Then you want to cry a bowl of tears when you knew he was out there in the first place. Why didn't you handle that? We have to stop stuff like that, because these drug dealers, they have parents. Okay, we can stop our children from doing crazy stuff. We are the we're the trendsetters. We are the one that's in charge of our families, right? I remember black kids wouldn't do anything if our parents frowned on it. We didn't do it. Our grandmas was the brick, okay? Remember Big Mama? She was the brick of the family, right? It was stuff that you didn't dare let Big Mama know that she was doing, honey. Big Mama was dysfunctional. Big Mama was bipolar, and Big Mama would be down about you. Okay, she didn't play. She didn't play, but we called her behavior normal behavior because we was used to it, right? But Big Mama was tired, and Big Mama didn't play. Okay, and Big Mama worked that family, didn't she? What happened to that? Now you got kids talking about Big Mama. Now you got folks like, you got. I seen a boy on TikTok, and he was talking about the elders. He was talking about. I'm like, they did the best they could. You know what I'm saying? They did the best that they could for the time frame, and you can't really blame them because a lot of stuff that's going on now, it was we didn't know. We didn't know. We had no idea. But we know now because it's time to know now. It's time to do something different. And now we see things different. And now we putting things in motion for our children's future, right? That's what we should be doing. Okay. Some of us are, and some of us still sitting over there twiddling your thumbs and, waiting on white supremacy to free you, or waiting for master to say it's okay to go build your table. Or, you're looking at him, master, they building the table over there. It's okay, master, if I go help build a table. He gonna look at you like, hell no, it's not okay. You stay over here with me. And some of y'all gonna stay right there with master. Because when it's time to do some things in the motherland, y'all gonna sit right there. I ain't going over there. Oh, they don't even like black folk. They don't even like you here. You have black folk here. Excuse me. You got black folk here that don't like you, but you still here, right? Excuse me, y'all. You got black folk here that don't like you, but you staying, right? You still here. I'm just saying. Stop making an excuse of why you're not building somewhere else. Do you think of it? Are you guys looking around you? America is done. You go to the store, stuff is high, sky high. We're not worried about that. You're not thinking about that. You're not looking at what's going on around you. Are you divesting? Are you diversifying? Are you putting your money somewhere else besides American money? We better find out what to do. I've been asking people, what else can I diversify in? What can I do? How can I, what? Give me some ideas of something. Yes, silver, gold. Yes, we do that. But what else is sustainable? What else can I diversify in? But we're not getting no answers because people, we as black people, Bobby, welcome, welcome, welcome. Like and share as you come in. People are just sitting there waiting. What are we waiting for? We waiting on them to tell us well, the economy is falling. They're not going to tell you. They're hoping you guys don't get it. They're hoping that you're going to lose everything in those banks. They're hoping that you don't understand that they know what to do and they're doing it. But they hoping and praying you're going to be right back where you were. But if you don't know what they know or understand or hang around, put your ear to the ground to understand what are you investing in? What are you doing right now? I listened to this one. It's a group right now. Listen to what they're investing in. And I go right back and I invest in what they're investing in. I'm serious. And sometimes I'll pass it on to different ones. But if you want to grow, let's go. But if you don't want to go, just sit there and look crazy and wait for your white folk to save you. They're not saving you, but if you think they are, go for it. Hey, welcome, forecast. Welcome. Okay. Low employment among Black men. Let's keep talking about that. Table 1 shows employment rates of the U.S. by race and gender from recent Bureaus of Labor Statistics data that are published monthly for ages 20 and above in the employment situation reports. And he said he focused on 3 outcomes: unemployment, labor force participation, and employment in the population. The last of these measures summarizes the effects of the other 2 and remains the single best measures we have of broad employment activities. All 3 outcomes appear separately by race, gender, and for both. Now, this was in 2020, January to 2021. The former allows us to compare racial and gender employment outcomes at the very peak of the business cycle. Okay, while the latter reflects the devastating impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and recession of these outcomes in men and women of color, which I say Black women. I don't know. Stop, please, Black folks. Please stop calling Black people of color. They are not talking about you. They are not saying Black folk. They're not talking about you. That's the sad part. We don't understand that what it means when they say people of color. You got Black folks. We allow them to call us anything. First we was one, then just checks and call you something else. Then we stop. We allow them to put labels on us, and we just go with the flow. Can we ever come up with our own anything? I'm just saying, can we ever come up with our own anything? We got to start coming up with our own. Who call us melanated people? Okay, then I know you're talking about black people. Okay, white males. Okay, here's the chart here, black males, and they're talking about the employment outcome for race and gender. Okay, this was in 2021. Okay, I couldn't find anything. I'm sure I could have, but I didn't dig that deep. But I'm just saying, white men unemployment or gender roles, employment outcomes 28, 2.8, and 5.7. It's always worse for us. Even the Mexicans trying to get on up there with us. Okay, white women, white females, and black females and Latinos. Look at Latinos. We're super close, right? But soon enough, these people here gonna be up over you because everybody comes into our areas and outdoes us, right? They always outdo us. Okay, let's see the unemployment of the population by race and gender. Okay, we got the white men, males, got the black men. I mean, this is Latinos. Okay, and then we got the males, and then you got the white females, the black females. But we have to do better. Black men have the highest unemployment rate of any race and gender, and the lowest labor force participation in employment rates among men. And black women work more than white and Latino women, of course, because I haven't seen some black women with 3 jobs. I'm like, why don't we just get one good job that's making the most money and do that job? Because you're gonna when you anytime a woman is working 2 jobs, where's your family time? Where's your time? Where's your time for you? And stop going into these jobs like people go for CNA and they'll spend 4 weeks doing that, but then you're not making no money. So you got to go and get 2 or 3 other jobs. Let them wipe their own mamas and daddies behinds. I'm just saying. And then you go and work for these white folks that don't even like you. I got one young lady that came and she's working a CNA job, right? Well, no, she's not even that. She's like what do you call those? They go to a private, they're like a private whatever, and they go and sit with these white folk, and they'll go and do chores and they'll cook for them and all this crazy, bathe them and all that stuff, right? And I know it's called something, but I don't know what it's called right now. But the young woman, they was complaining about everything she was doing. I said, well, it's because they don't want you there for one. He's still racist. This man is like 85 years old. He's probably a skinhead, or he probably was in the Klan at one point, right? So everything she does for him, they complain. And I'm like, well, work for somebody else. You don't have to work for him. Find somebody else to work for. But you have to understand, they still don't want you to do it, but they'll hire you to wipe their daddies behind. They'll hire you to wipe their mamas behind, and they'll hire you to work. You know what I'm saying? Why don't we stop working these jobs, certain jobs? And here we go again. Let's create our own tables. Let's create our own businesses. Yes, I know everybody don't want to have their own businesses, but the ones that do, let's do it. And we can hire the ones that don't want their own business. You want to work for somebody? Okay, then let them come and work for you. You feel me? Why is it so hard for us to change our mentality? That we want to support our own. We want to start doing for our own. We want to start building our own wealth. You won't even buy land. Land is I paid under $1,000 for land. Okay. I have 3 plots. I'm just telling you. Okay. And some people look at me and you won't even spend $800. You won't even spend $1,000 on a plot of land. You guys will sit up and then will talk noise about it. I'm like, come on. You guys got to start somewhere. No, you're not going to get that in here in America. But that's why a lot of people want to invest. You don't want to invest overseas, even with people that that's have different projects. You don't even want to invest with them. Why? Why? You got to start somewhere. I wouldn't dare buy any land in America when I know this place is going to hell. This place is done. Why would I invest $40,000, $50,000, $90,000, $100,000 in land when I can go right over there and get me something for under $1,000? I'm just saying. Remember that little money they gave us? What did y'all do with it? Buy TVs? I didn't. I'm just saying. Y'all can sit there if you want to. I use every advantage. You open the door, you give me a crack, and I'm gonna bust that thing open. I'm serious, and I'm gonna recreate some things. Y'all better learn. Y'all better learn. I'm telling you, I would be so much farther if I can get the support that I needed. Because I remember at this time I was trying to put a community store in the black area. Couldn't get nobody support. I'm not gonna do it by myself. I'm not. Y'all want to help? Let's help. But I'm not gonna do it by myself. I'm not. I believe in teamwork. Okay. Let's talk about this. Black women work more than white and Latino women. We know that black males participate in employment rates are just a bit higher than those of black women. I don't know if that's true right now. I think black women right now see more black women more employable than black men. Okay, while white and Latino men work more than women in each group. Okay, um, while these black men employment outcomes are already disturbing, they obscure another important fact. The official BLS statistics don't count many black men with low employment, and adjusting for those facts further reduces measured black men's employment and earnings rate. The fact that so many black men are missing from the officials, black folk, men just don't. They just think cop. It's not that they've copped out. They just don't. It's like, they'll look, but they they. I'm telling you, I met with a guy the other day, and he was talking about he's had like 5 different jobs in like something like 5 months. 5 different jobs. I said, well, what's happening? He said, well, my last job just laid me off. And so you have to understand a lot. And my husband was talking about this. He was like, you know what? Black folk on these jobs, we don't get no chances. White folk get chance after chance after chance after chance after chance. And they, because they're going to watch out for this. You get fired here, you got to really do something to get fired from a white company, right? But let a black man come in there and do some of this stuff that these white guys are doing on these jobs, and they would be fired like that. And it's hard for them to find something else, because when a white man get fired, he can go over there to his buddy's house or in his buddy's job, and they'll hire him today. Or he can go over there to his daddy's company or his aunt's company and get hired today. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to black folk, we already don't want to support each other. We won't even tell a black person, they hiring in my company. Come on over here, I'll hook you up. I got you. We won't even do that. We'll sit up there and know your cousin need a job, and that they hiring at your company. You wouldn't even say nothing. This is the madness among black people. This is the mental illness among black people. Go make it make sense, you guys. The fact that so many black men are missing from the official data is evident when we compare the report's populated sizes in the BLS data between black men and women, where we find that the former are 17% below the latter. Female population gaps among white and Latino groups are not remotely as high. Differential mortality rates and immigration arrival by genders can account for just a few percentage points of the observed gap in the population between black males and females. Let me see what else. I don't want to read all this. It was another little chart. Men not working. I don't care about that. Well, I do care, but I'm just like trying to see what else was important in this data. What explains low employment? What explains for decades research literally by social scientists have documented earnings and employment gaps between black and white Americans and between black men and other men were specifically and analyzed their causes. Now they're not going to be truthful here to tell you racially. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all not going to tell me that these black men are not being employed because of any other reason but because of race, period. But let's see what they say. In my view, the major causes of lower employment and earnings among black men other than groups can be summarized as follows. Let's see what you're going to say. Okay. Proximate cause, lower education, skills, and work experience. Is that true? Ultimate causes, because I know black men are going to college big time. I mean, I don't see them not going to colleges, and a lot of them now are getting trade schools, they have going to trade schools, right? And that's another place where you can go and get a job also. Okay, now right now I keep telling you guys, cyber is where it's at. You guys need to go to cyber, and if you go to some of these places, and some of them you don't even need to go to school, you can literally get a certification for cyber online. You can literally and still make really good money. Okay. But y'all need to get on in there now while you can, while they get this good. Because if another 5 years you don't have cyber or something dealing with computers, you're gonna be poop out of luck. Because you got a lot of robots that's getting ready to take over these jobs. And if you don't have some type of computer skills, you're gonna be in trouble. Okay. Because somebody got to fix these robots, right? Somebody got to reprogram these robots, right? Somebody got to know how to deal with AI, right? Somebody's got to be able to take that computer down and rebuild it, right? I'm telling you, y'all better inundate this thing right now. White folk going for these fields like crazy. Okay, we better get busy. Okay, ultimate causes, discrimination and social. We know that isolation, right? Mediation factors, lower marriage, children custody rates, and worse health. Reinforcing low run factors, crime, incarceration, and child support. Child support is not, y'all seen what I told y'all, child support, you're not even supposed to be messing with y'all for some child support. But if you listen to that woman, you'll understand what to do during these child support cases. But crime, incarceration, who calls that? Okay. That's part of slavery, right? You have to understand it comes back to it got it in the Constitution about slavery, about you being incarcerated. You considered another slave, right? Why do you think they did that after Reconstruction? They was throwing black folk in jail for just standing there spitting on the ground. You went to jail for spitting. You went to jail for looking. You went to jail for pucking your nose. You went to jail. I'm just saying, you went to jail for everything. Just hanging on the corner, just like you and your buddy was walking, okay, and y'all stopped for minutes, just a minute to talk. Hey, dude, what's going on? You went to jail? Are you serious? I'm going on my way. I'll just stop for 5 minutes. You don't care about that. You're going to jail. And you're going back to somebody's plantation to work on their plant. They because they lazy as hell. And you going back to their plantation. Now you finna work on their farm for the next 5-10 years. Please. I'm just saying. While one could argue and I would agree that all of these factors are the product of long history and ongoing reality of systematic racism. Say that again. It's all about the freaking system that they set up against black folk. You got Mexicans coming in here getting food trucks. Y'all forgive me, I have a cold, so I may sound like I'm a little congested. And I'm telling you, you got Mexicans coming in and they got these food trucks, but they're getting loans. They getting, they have a Mexican bank. I looked at 2 Mexican banks in my area. I'm like, why they have a bank and we don't? We've been here longer. And we've not, you mean to tell me we've not decided or thought about having our own banks? We've not thought, we had our own banks. So everything that they have, we had, but we gave them up when we went to taste your ice. Let me see if your ice cold, dude. I'm going on here and give you some of this white ice because I know it's a whole lot better than my ice over here. Make it make sense. Oh my God. Focusing on these specific factors is important if we want to generate a particular policy agenda to mitigate these problems. And though I lump together the predictors of earnings gaps of these employment gaps between blacks, men, and other groups, some of these factors affect employment and earnings together, whereas other create barriers or disincentives. Oh Lord, whatever. Y'all read the word and pronounce it out. To employment more specifically. Proximate cause, education, skills, and work experience. It is widely known that now you know what this is so full of crap, and you know this because white folk. Let me tell you something. It used to be where they was going to college. It was a mandatory. It's not even mandatory now for you to go to college. Some of these jobs you can actually learn on the job. Okay. Who did the electrician back in the day? You learned it. You worked on the job, learned it on the job training, right? Some of this stuff, white folks still do it. They still have companies and they'll teach you on the job plumbing, on the job electrician. I know this because I've seen it. I hear what they talk. And one guy came to me and said, "Oh, my granddaddy." I said, "How you do your electrician, or how do you learn how to do plumbing?" "Oh, my grandfather has his own company, and I learned from him." I see that all the time. But now I go there and I say, "Hey, trying to get my guys, to learn how to do plumbing." "Oh, you got to go to school." "What about HVAC?" "Oh, you got to go to school." "What about electrician?" "You got to go to school." This used to be something that you learned on the job, right? Now, so you got to go to school for all of this stuff. You didn't need school before. You learned on the job, right? So what happened? What changed? What changed? Okay, but that's fine. I'm trying to see what else. Across the race. Let me see. Do I want to read this? It is widely known that education skills and work experience are major determination of employment and earnings in the U.S. Oh Lord, hold on. Somebody is. Hold on, you guys. Lordy be. I can't believe somebody at my door. Zai, who's at the door? Hold on, you guys. My front door is open. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry, you guys. I got it.
From the church, you said the man's wife, the girl's wife thing.
Oh, hey, hey.
It'll come. Bailey. Shut up.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Lord, somebody's at the door. I had to get it. Oh, Lordy. I'm so sorry. Lord have mercy. Bailey, hush. And I got this little dog here fussing. Y'all hear fussing. She's getting down fussing. I'm sorry. Somebody came in the door. I'm the only one here. So I'm doing the live beside my granddaughter. I want her to answer the door. Okay. I'm done. No, hush. Okay. So let's get back to it. It is I don't even know where I was, you guys, across the race. It is also well known that Black Americans lag behind white Americans and Asians in educational attainment, and that men generally lag behind women. Why do you think our men is lagging behind us? You have to understand how white powers have it all set up. They want you to sit down. They want us to be competition with each other, right? Every chance they can, they gonna make it to where we have to fight against each other for something. But we don't understand the tactics. And here we go back with the tactics again. When are we going to learn the tactics? When are we going to get it to where we are understanding what they're doing and we're counteracting it? We allow stuff that they'll come up, somebody white will say something and talking points, and we'll get it from them. They'll regurgitate it. They'll give it to you. We regurgitate it and bring it to a black group. Then we start talking about it in the black group. And then all of a sudden it didn't swarmed, like wildfire amongst black people. We always using their talking points and we bring it amongst black people and then we run with it. No, we need our own talking points. If we know that it's something that we see, now I see that it's a problem when a woman is making more than your man, because you're gonna have, that's not the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be where our men are making more, taking care of the home, taking care of the mortgage, taking care of the electric, taking care of the little bit, you taking care of their families. That's not happening. I see a lot of young girls working, and then you got the man because he can't find a job, and it's not his fault because some of them are looking. I've met men when I worked that job where I was like a recruiter, right? I'm bringing in black guys with degrees and I can't even get them jobs. It made me so frustrated. I would talk to these black guys. I'm like, why? I'm looking at his paper. I'm looking at his what you call it? Thingy. Okay. And I'm looking at his resume and I'm seeing all of this. I mean, the dude was bad. I'm like, wow, why are you unemployed? Put him in for a job. Couldn't he said, I don't know. I knew why he wasn't employed. I knew, because a lot of times you get amongst them, they get intimidated. They want to dog you out. They want to treat you like poop on their jobs, but we still not tired yet, right? God wasn't working. Had amazing resume, but it wasn't even working anywhere. Had degrees. And it just made no sense. I put him in for a job, still didn't get a job. And I know why. But we can't, build your own tables. Then you can hire who you want. But we sitting up there, we waiting on them. COVID happened. What do? We got off these jobs. You got all this money. and didn't even create your online nothing. We could have created our online businesses. We could have created our online schools. We could have did a whole lot and didn't do anything. Because to create an online school, you had the money to do it. We just didn't do it. We have to start somewhere, you guys. You can't go in and be 100% when we was lagging behind in economics since forever. You said who at the door? It was one of my husband's friends or something. Oh my God, who at the door? But yeah, this is so amazing because we have to get to the point where we're doing and having our own talking points. So we need to we need to look out for each other. We see what's coming. We see the horizon. We see what's going down, right? But what are we doing about it? We see the thing in the schools. We see what our little boys are being taught now. And we see how these teachers treat our babies, but we still put them in their schools every time. We still see where we know not to give them their vaccines, okay? Because causing a lot of autism among our little babies, right? But we still give it to them every time, right? People don't even think about that because these doctors are telling you what's going on with these vaccines. We see it, autism among a high rate among our Black boys. Why do you think that is? Who's doing that? And we still trusting them because they said we have to vaccinate our babies. I know Black folk that didn't get vaccinations and they're fine. But I'm just saying. But we don't believe white folk because this is what the white doctor told you, that you need to give your baby vaccinations. And you see that they've already created, and you have to understand who you're dealing with. Every time we deal with them, it's always for our demise. It's never anything good that comes from them to us. It's always set up for you to die. It's always set up for you to die. But we still keep trusting them every day. Help me to make it make sense. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't. You guys want to come on? I did put the link in there. I'm gonna come back over here and put it in again. So if you guys want to come on, you can. Because I don't like talking to myself, but I don't understand why we still trust people, these cave people, and they've never, ever, 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 ever done anything good to us and for us, but we still trust them every time. I'm gonna go back over here. I got some other stuff I want to bring up just for a minute. If I can find where I was, I don't know where I was. Okay, there it is. Lower educational attainment of Black men relatives to both white men and Black men, no doubt reducing their earnings level and employment relative to both groups. Indeed, Black men are relatively lower educational attainment. Is that true? That Black women and white men and white women at other levels of education as well, such as high school completion and associate degrees. Attainment. You don't need a degree. Some of these times, I'm gonna tell you what, it's getting to the place now. It's who you know. It's always been who you know. You know that. It's always been who you know. It's never been, well, I'm gonna get this job. I remember my daughter who has 2 masters, right? And it was one job she was on, and the girl had a bachelor, just graduated, hadn't even filled out the application. Her mom was like the manager of a hospital, and her dad was like the director. He was big, right? And the mom was like the manager or something over a unit. And she found out they had a job in another area. The mom calls the lady in the other unit, the area, and that knew they were hiring in that area, and talked to them into hiring her daughter. And her daughter didn't even fill out an application, right? Because the daughter came and said, man, this company was talking to my daughter. Man, this company called me. I don't even know, blah, blah, blah. And she just got to talking. And my daughter's looking like, really? My daughter got 2 masters, right? So she was like in the same area, in the same field. And the girl went on the interview, hadn't even filled out an application, already knew she's going to get the job. They already told her when to start. They put all, laid it all down for her. And then he said, what we need you to do to make it legal, we need you to at least fill in an application. They already knew who they was going to get a job to. But you have to understand, this is what they do. Now, I knew a woman in the area where I, lived, and she was over the city, Black lady, right? And I knew it was a job, and I went to her and I was like, hey, this is maybe a few years ago. But hey, so-and-so, and I was like, man, I filled out an application. Now, I'm telling you, this is just crazy. I filled an application for blah, blah, blah. And and I was like, trying to talk to see what kind of person she was. Child, when I got there talking to that woman, I already knew. She looked at me like, like I was crazy. Like, I know you don't think I'm going to help you to get up in here. And I'm telling you, I was already working in the city for something else, right? And I saw when I got hired, and I looked and and to see how many black folk this woman actually was hiring, and it was like two black people compared to like 30 white folk that was in the room. I'm like, she was darn. And this is, you remember when cities was mostly black and a lot of black folk worked for the city? Remember that? It's not like that. You got a lot of white folk working for the city now. Where black folk lived in the city, in the black city, black folk got the jobs. Honey, you look at that, honey. You got mostly white folk work for the city, and they keep them jobs for 30 years. They stay in there, honey, and they bring their cousins, they bring their nieces, they bring their whole family, and black folk can't get your son up in there. I'm telling you, I knew of a area that was black. This black guy was hiring, right? And I knew, the black guy, and I said, hey, so need a job. You think we just don't hire each other. We won't help each other out like that. But them white folk gonna cover each other. You lose a job, you white. You go over there and you can get hired instantly with no problems. But not white folk, not black folk. We ain't gonna help each other. And this is the sad part about us. And until we get it together, this is why we don't. This is why we're not growing. This is why we right where we are, and we're gonna stay right where we are because we don't want to build our own tables. I'm telling you, people look around the bush and they be whatever, whatever, and I'm like, I'm helping you have a certificate. I'm trying to get you guys your own businesses. And you rather work for white folk. You rather work for white supremacy. You rather work for somebody that you possibly go to work. You work for them in a day. And if they don't like you, you're done. They can fire you with no cause. I don't need a cause. You just wasn't a good fit. I just didn't like because you was, I just didn't like how you sat in your chair. I didn't like because you didn't, I don't know. It doesn't matter. They can pick and choose because they have the authority. But when are we going to get to the place where we see this stuff like this and we make it better? When are we going to see stats like this and counteract them? Because we can counteract these stats. I'm just bringing you information. But at any point, we could stop all of this. At any point. But do we want to? Do we want to do the work to stop them in their tracks? We can cut them. We can cut them at the knees if we wanted to. You say, how, Cassie? Oh, I'm glad you asked. How? I'm glad you asked. Building your own tables. You got to start somewhere. Go get the training. Come get the training. It's less than a year. I'm just saying, 6 months, 4 weeks sometimes. CDO, 4 weeks. Work for them for a year to get your training, get your understanding of the job. I keep saying a year, 30 days, 12 months. You have your own. You can have your own truck. Import, export is waiting for you. Because I'm telling you, Africa's now, but we won't do anything. We won't put stuff in line, in place for our future. We know that AI is the way to go, but what are we putting in place right now for your future? Are you telling your children? Are you parenting on purpose? Are you telling your children, we need pilots? We need our own airlines. Are we parenting our children to say, hey, I want you to be a pilot. Let me take you on these trips. Let me introduce you to the pilot. Or, we need our own fire department. We need more firemen, right? Are we introducing them to these fire chiefs? You know what I'm saying? Are we putting them actively in places that it could be just for us? Because when we build our own cities, we're going to need our own fire departments. We're going to need our own police departments, right? Get into the security thing. You have to do security before you can, I think 5 years into security before you can actually have your own police department or security. I was talking to the security guy and he was saying something about the guy would need 5 years in order to do an investigating team. I think that's what he told me. You have to have that experience first. And then you can actually go and break off and get your own We need that. No, we need our own investigating team now to investigate some of these white folk who's investigating themselves. The police department is investigating themselves and they're saying, oh, we don't find anything wrong. They didn't do anything wrong. Well, I guess not. You just did your own investigation. What the hell you gonna condemn yourself? Really? White supremacy gonna condemn themselves when they already know they're killing you on purpose. You know they're killing you on purpose. But we're gonna investigate themselves and we're gonna let them. FBI, the same FBI that took down MLK, we still trust them today to investigate when white supremacy treat us and kill us on purpose. And we look, what? Did you go to the FBI? Did you tell them? Did you call the FBI and let them investigate them? This is the same FBI that killed MLK, you guys. Hello. J. Edgar Hoover. Yeah, same FBI. Didn't change. They're still working there. The same ones that told you the black identity, that black what identity extremists, black identity. Okay, same FBI that put your name and told you, or you're an black. What is that? Black identity extremist or something, right? Same FBI. I'm just saying. We still because I hear people say, "Oh, did they call the FBI?" I see stuff on Facebook that or TikTok that happens, and they go, "Oh, you need to contact the FBI." Well, what are they gonna do? They've been killing you forever. FBI, are they bringing any police officers in charges on charges up on charges? No. Have they changed anything? No. They told you. They called you black extremists, right? They just labeled you the same FBI that you told me to call because to have somebody investigated. They know what's going on. But are they doing anything? No. But we can. I still say it's our responsibility. So it'll always be our responsibility to make changes. Any changes you want to see, you got to get busy and do it for yourself. They're not going to do it for you because we've been waiting. We've been voting patiently. Y'all don't let me go, y'all voters. You have black people. Oh my God. Let me just say one thing. We have a guy in Chicago, right? Jamal Green. He was really amazing. He was independent, running independent. And what did black folk do? They totally ignored him and they put a black Democrat in. You know, Democrats, how they feel about black people, right? These Democrats that are black that's running for these offices are pawns, right? We already know that they're going to do what white supremacy want them to do, right? We already know the two political parties are not going to do anything for black people. Yes, I may look for you, but I'm still not going to do anything for you. We know that. But why do we keep putting them in office? Why do we keep putting these? Well, he's black. Oh my God, he's black. Okay, he's black. Okay, we had Harold Washington. They killed him. He was black, but still, I do believe that we could do some things. But why do we have to? Why does it always have to be a Republican? A Republican or a Democrat? Why do we always have to put them in office? Why can't we go independent? Why can't we put our own? We'll allow them to pick or choose a candidate for us. And then, well, this is who we picked for you. Which one you want? Well, both of them work for them. So how much sense are we making here? Are we making any sense? Make it make sense, family. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Okay. So what are we going to do? Isaac, welcome. Welcome. So what are we going to do? We're going to continue trusting them. Continue putting our future in their hands. That's what we're doing. So we have the results. Let me see if I can find something else. I know that was a good one. But last month, California, let me see what's this one. Employment rate after incarceration, ban what? Man the box and racial discrimination. Okay. They're talking about changing some things. We got to change some laws because you got guys coming out of prison can't even get a job, can't even get a place to live. They can't go to an apartment and apply because you got a felony. Well, where the hell am I supposed to live? In a box? Where am I going? Do I go to a field and live in a field in a can? Where? Do I make shift? Where do they go? You can't live with a friend who lives in an apartment. You can't, especially if it's a governmental, where they're going to do Section 8, blah, blah, blah. You can't do that. You can't live with your girlfriend who's on Section 8 because they're going to put her out, right? But this is only for black people. They don't have the same laws for white folk. They do not. White people came from Ukraine in the public housing with their husbands, with their mates, with their children, with their grandmas. Chinese people in public housing. Now, you got to start somewhere. I didn't see them all in one. Okay. Ukraine, Afghanistan, come over here. They have their whole family in an apartment, in subsidized housing, getting food stamps, with their husbands living there. Driving Mercedes. I'm seeing this. I'm just saying. Driving Mercedes, but getting governmental help. But we'll tell a black man, you can't come out of prison and go live with your baby mama, or you can't, if she's staying in housing, she got to move because you have a felony. I'm just saying, when are we going to get tired of allowing them to tell us what we can and can't do? When are we going to allow them? When are we going to build our own tables instead of you begging them to sit at theirs? We've been begging them long enough, and nothing is changing. And it bothers me when black folks say, "Well, you know, I voted. I voted." Well, what the heck you keep voting for? What do you voted? What did you vote it for? I voted. What did you vote it for? I don't understand what y'all voted for. What are you voting for? Tell me. What did you get? What are you getting? Everybody else but you get money. Everybody else you got a bag. Now they getting ready to get another bag. And we still ain't got the first bag. Then you got black folks talking about, we don't need no reparations. Who put $50 million in his pocket? But they wanted to give you $5 million. He said, you don't need no $5 million, but I'm gonna get my $50 million over here. But you don't need no money. You good. Make it make sense. I'm just saying. Aren't we tired of that? I guess not, huh? I don't know. I just don't even know what to say. And they talking about banning, taking some stuff off. I don't even want to read some of this stuff because it's just crazy. Out of prison, out of work, unemployment among formerly incarcerated people. Okay, formerly incarcerated people need stable jobs for the same reasons for everyone else, right? To support themselves and their loved ones, pursue life goals, and strengthen their communities, right? But how many formerly incarcerated people are able to find work? Answering this fundamental question has historically been difficult because the necessary nation data weren't available, and that is until now, using the National Representative Database data set to provide the first ever estimate of unemployment among the 5 million formerly incarcerated people living in the United States. Our analysis shows that formerly incarcerated people were unemployed at the rate of 27% higher than the total U.S. unemployment rate during the historical period. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Okay. But I just want, look, see where he put our application. Look, where it's going. Okay, look where he put it. Did he put on where he do with it? I don't care. You can be hungry. I don't care. I'm just saying, but we still begging them for a job. Why? Oh, okay. Job crisis in black crisis for black men is at a lot worse than you think. Really? How? Let me see. What are you talking about? Let me see what he's talking about. I don't know if I want to read all that. Oh man, I don't know if I want to read all that. Moderate to high black employment. Okay, black unemployment rate is above the white. We already know that. But still, okay, y'all can put it up and read it. I don't want to read all that. That's too much. I'm just saying, I just want you guys to understand what's really going on. Black largely left out of high paying jobs. Government data shows. We know that. Ain't that something? Something we said. Let's talk about him. Okay. He's an architect. Jonathan Garland poses for a photo on the construction site of a building he helped design but he was talking about how when he was a child, he says Jonathan, which is this guy here, okay, he says was fascinated with an architect started early. He spent much of his childhood designing Lego houses and gazing at Boston buildings on rises with his father on rides with his father away from their largely minority neighborhood. Okay. But when Garland looked around at his architectural college, he didn't see many who looked like him. There were few blacks. And why aren't we teaching? See, this is what I'm saying, family. I'm going to keep saying it. We have to partner. We have to parent on purpose. We're not parenting on purpose. These are fields that we need to, construction, engineering, architect. We need to piloting. We need our own doctors. We need them in our community. You got doctors birthing doctors, birthing lawyers, but they're going to work for white folk. Then one lady said, well, I know this is a majority white area. I'm going to face discrimination. I'm going to face this one. Who wants to live like that? If you're going to school to be a doctor, we need black clinics in our area. Can you at least go and create your own clinic? Start there. We can create our own midwives. I've been trying to get with doulas. I can't even partner with anybody. They don't want to show us how to do it. These white women midwives. And the black ones don't have time to show me. I'm just saying. Why are we so individualized? Well, I got my training. You better get yours. But we need our own clinics. We need our own hospitals, right? You got to start somewhere. Get a group of doctors that want to go in with you in the clinic. And then you guys build a small, you don't even have to a huge hospital. Build a small one. Lawyers. We need some lawyers, black activists. We need some black uh, 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 civil rights lawyers, don't we? Besides Crump. I'm just saying. I don't even know what the hell he be saying sometime out of his mouth. He be talking, and I'm like, can you get the food out your mouth or what's in your mouth? Talk, pronunciate. He never comes up with a conclusion. He never comes up with how we gonna change laws. He went, well, you know, if you're angry black woman, you're not gonna get it. You got to even when they shoot your child and give you $300,000, but then gave the white woman $20 million who got shot, okay, by that black cop. What's his Muhammad, right? Her family got 20 million. Black families getting 300,000. I think they up to what? I think what's her name? Mom got like 12, right? That was the highest 12 million. Breonna Taylor's mom, because she had all this attention. But what good is money when I can't really tell you when you're not changing laws, you're not changing anything. You're not doing anything different in our neighborhood to stop this from happening to the next black person. You understand what I'm saying? No laws was changed. He's going for the bag, but nothing's changing. They still shooting us, right? They not scared. They got money set aside. All this money that is set aside for police departments, that's money to play. That's your tax money that's paying for lawsuits when they kill your child. We're not bothered by that. You're getting your own money back that you paid into the system for years. When they shoot and kill your child, you get your own money back. No laws are being changed. So why aren't we teaching our children to go into this part where we can change some laws? Parenting on purpose. These are things that we need in our community. And we have to start directing, redirecting. We need airports. We need airplane. Hey, we need airports and airplanes pilots, right? We need those in our neighborhoods. We need that. We need pilots. I checked with one pilot. It was really super expensive, but I didn't check with anymore, and I should check with more because I do want to partner with a place that where you can go and get your pilot's license. I seen Boyce Watkins flying his little plane, right? Flying something. And I'm like, man, I need to check with him. Where'd you go to get your training? I know he has the money to do it, but I'm like, maybe he'll help us out. I'm just saying, there's things that we could do that we could change our own. We see the results. We see what they're doing. We see it all. We see it. Okay. Okay. If you do something simple like, hold on, I'm gonna try to get out of here. I don't know if I can get rid of some of this stuff here. I don't know if it's important a little bit. Anyway, oh dang, oh Lord, I think I took out all that. Hold on, let me see if I can bring it back. I don't know what that one was for. I don't know. Is my internet acting crazy? Hold on, let me see here. Oh, I think I erased it. Hold on, let me go back up here. Bring it up, I think. Okay. Okay, here we go. But he said if you do something simple like Google Architects and you go to the image tab, you're primarily going to see white males, said Garland 35, who works at the Boston and New York architectural firms. That's the image that the brand, um, that's the look of the architecture, right? And that's not uncommon in other lucrative fields 50 years after the Martin Luther King. Nothing changed. I keep telling y'all, people, nothing has changed. Martin Luther King did the march. When he died, everything dropped. Nothing, it stopped right there. So all of this stuff, we're still fighting for that. We was fighting for in the 60s. We're still fighting for this 2023. How many years ago was that? Like almost 60 years? And nothing's changed. Nothing. Associated Press analyzed the government data has found that Black workers are chronically underrepresented, okay, compared with the whites and high salary jobs in technology, business, life science, and architecture, engineering, and other items. What are we teaching our children? What kind of business are they doing? Okay, they're going for business in these colleges because I talk to a lot of children, black children that are in colleges, and I ask them, "Hey, what are you majoring in?" You know what they're telling me? Business. Okay, well, what are you doing with that certificate? What are you doing with that degree? Are you creating your own like manufacturers, warehouses? Why aren't we creating our own manufacturing warehouses? We can stop this at any time because if we start taking and kind of reinventing some things, and we can start producing our own jeans, we can start producing our own gym shoes, and we support our own. Do you not know that they don't even buy clothes? They don't buy gym shoes. They don't buy nothing. Do you not know that we can bankrupt these people? Do we understand that? Who's buying? Oh God, if I could just get y'all to understand hair, beauty. You know how much money they made? Millions of dollars. Wasn't it like millions, like 10 million, millions, millions? Okay. If I'm not mistaken, beauty. We made them so much money last year. We made them so much money. And this is crazy money. So guess what? If we really got into the industry, we could bankrupt them and we could help our own. I went into a neighborhood the other day and I was on my bike and I was showing, like, I did a video, and this is probably last year. I did a video on this huge house, and you have foreigners living in this house. This was money that they got from us. I guarantee you, they came from another country and built a $3 million house, and we have still living in projects. Got broke down cars. They got Mercedes. Came from another country and got this big old huge house that we purchased for them. We built it for them with our money. But you living in projects, but you won't support a young lady that you know that has her own online business, that she's trying to get her product. I have a young lady that's trying to um, do natural soap. She was just asking me, "How can I get it out?" I said, "With black people, I don't know. I don't know, because I know how we are. You'll buy some Tide before you go to a natural. This young lady is making soap naturally with no chemicals, and she's building up her soap business, right? It's a soap, but it's natural. Did you hear the report where a lot of our soap, a lot of our detergents have these poisonous stuff in it? They're trying to kill white folk. Do something for black folk. It's for your demise. We don't know that yet. We don't know that. Zaire, bring me my charger for my computer. Sorry, you guys. We don't know that yet. Are you serious? We got to do better. We got to. This is mandatory. This is mandatory. We have to start parenting on purpose. And we're not doing that. Whenever you get tired of making them millions of dollars, maybe we will start building our own tables. Thank you. Let me see. Is this? Yeah, I think. Thank you. That's the one. Huh? Ah, thank you, Mama. Hold on, y'all. Let me see it. Let me plug in my. There you go. My computer. I'm just saying. I'm about done. I hate these guys. But I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. And that's why Ram in the Bush was created. It was created for you guys. It was created for our children. I'm trying to do a legacy here. I keep telling people in 2 years I'm retiring. And I'm going to, where I'm going. Y'all know where I'm going. And I'm praying that it's gonna be before then. I'm trying to come up with some ideas, you guys, where I can retire early. I'm so serious. I'm ready to be done. I'm tired. I'm done. I will not spend a dime in America. But we've got to parent on purpose. We've got to get to a place where we're doing for us. It's sickening when I see these $3 million homes in this area, and all I'm white. And you ask them, how do you get that? They have their own businesses and black folk working for them. Especially when I see Afghanistan's. You know, 20 families are piled up in this $3 million home. 20 families. You have like 10 cars in a drive. But that's what they do. They'll get together, these Indians. You got 5, 10 families in one house. Huge $1 million house. Everybody putting their money together. You got 12 cars in the drive, the little round drive. 12 families. Right? But we won't even come together. And the sad part with this young lady, she's building, making this soap and wants it to be like natural, all natural. And for me to tell her, well, gosh, I tell her advertise, advertise, advertise. You're gonna have to pay some people to advertise, and you might have to depend on white money too. And I'm not saying not to, y'all take their money, but you can't be on the board. I don't need you making decisions in my company. And that's how a lot of companies are being taken over because we're allowing them to come in and have, you can be on the board. You're not being on the board. No, not here. Not on my, not with Ram in the Bush or not. You can invest, but you're not going to take over because they don't come to build. They come to take over and bring their own. I'm just saying. And then I saw where Africa, was, they joined the BRICS with China, Russia, but then they still trust white folk. Africa is the number one country right now. Everybody goes to Africa for everything. Why are they still a third world country? I don't understand it. I don't get it. Can anybody help me understand it? Because they don't produce anything there. They outsource everything. Why? Build here. They'll outsource it, then they'll buy it back from China, and China jacks up the price on them. But you buy it from them. But you got to you outsource it from your own country. How do you think China got to be the big dogs that they are? Because America outsourced everything to them, and now they didn't build China up. Could you imagine if Africa did the same thing? You built everything in-house, and you allowed them to buy it from you. But you outsourced out everything you send out, you buy it, then they charge you a crazy price for you to send it back, which makes no sense. But when a bunch of people tell you ain't about nothing, they keep telling you, calling you monkeys and all this crazy stuff they want to talk to you, want to call you, and you then get to believe it, then you don't understand. Then you want to say, oh, the president's over there is greedy. Yeah, they're greedy, but still, who's over them? France. Let them go against the big dogs. They'll start a coup. And this is what America does. They start coups in every country. It's just like I'm just waiting on one to start in Uganda because Uganda didn't do the LGBT. Oh, I'm waiting on the coup to start there because America's really, Uganda embarrassed America. But you think they're gonna not start something over in Uganda? They're not gonna spray Ebola. Not going. They can really do something until you go Uganda. Either that president's gonna die, or they're gonna start a coup. You're gonna have a civil war, or disease, or something is getting ready to happen in Uganda. Mark what I tell you, because they didn't assign the LGBT, but America didn't go to Canada. They didn't go to China with that LGBT stuff. Did they? They didn't go to Saudi Arabia because Saudi Arabia, you die. LGBT, you die in Saudi Arabia. They're not starting no mess with Saudi Arabia, did they? Heck to no. But they're going to African country and tell them how to govern their people. Get out of here. You ain't in no shape to tell nobody what to do, America. Your nasty, disgusting stuff. Look at your country. It's done, and you trying to go over there and tell somebody else, well, that's just like me listening to somebody who don't know how to raise their children, trying to come and tell me how to raise mine. That's what black folks have listened to America, whose children are shooting up schools. But we'll listen to them and let them tell you how to build your house when their house falling in. And we listen. What? Oh God, mental illness. I'm done. I don't even want to be on. I'm done. I'm done. Hour and a half is long enough. If you guys don't get it by now, we're done. These are just things that I just wanted to bring you to you guys' attention. 50 years, Martin Luther King, assassination, call religious. These are just some of the stories. You guys will pull them up, as you want. This is just some of the things that we came up with. We saw just some of the things pulled up. He was talking about his own company. But we have to start parenting on purpose, right? We know stuff that goes on. I'm trying to see if I can find. Okay, what about this one? Hiring discrimination against Black Americans having declined in 25. I won't say 50 years, 60 years. It's iron discrimination against Black Americans. And it's not going to, because guess what? Why do we have to beg? We keep begging these people for their jobs. You begging them to make money. You begging them to work for them. Just like we begged them to sit up under they in their restaurants and they served you all kind of meals. What's wrong? Are we that thirsty? That don't that's just crazy to me. Look at these titles. Race is often the forefront of American conversation. Why? It's never gonna go away. These white folk ain't gonna see you nothing. They'll never see you as anything but a ninja. They'll never see you as, I don't care. Just like they was going after who now? Clarence Thomas, right? Yeah, we know he's a traitor, but he been messing with them for so long. He thought he was one of them. After they get done using you, what do? Bill Cosby. He was hanging out with them crackers for so long. He got old and gray, damn near dead. Now they trying to put him in jail. And Clarence Thomas, the same thing these white folk doing, trying to bring him down. Telling he was accepting money from rich millionaires and taking private trips. They do that all the time. Do we not believe they all do that? All of them, whoever was on that trip with him, right? Listen, all of the other senators in Congress that was on that same trip, those other judges that was on that trip with him, did they bring them up on charges? Are we talking about everybody that was on that trip with me? Or are we just going to talk about my Black self? I'm just saying, you can do stuff and they'll take notes for years. Then when they get tired of you, because trust and believe me, you may be kissing their butts, but when they get tired of using you against your own, then they're gonna do you like they do in Bill Cosby. They're gonna put you behind in jail, which is what they do to all Black men. Just or they're gonna send a Becky that's gonna marry you, take your money, like the what's his name? What's the guy name? Your Creed 3 guy, right? Just like him, they sent him a flat Betsy, a Becky, a cave beast. He thought he had something, and she made him lose money. She's destroying this man. You hit me, whether he did or not. But my thing is, she destroyed him. He had two huge contracts, the Army contracts, and they snatched it. No court. She dropped charges. They still snatched it. But how many times that happens to a white guy? And they'll snatch your commercials. That one guy, he was a millionaire. He was caught on tape beating his wife. Did they snatch any of his millions? No. That's what they do. But you better not try it. Because we hold you at a different standard. We can, but you can't. Time is clear. We can, but you can't. You thought you was one of the boys, didn't you? What happened? They bringing him up. They thinking about. I don't know if they brought him up on charges, but they sure is. They put it out there for a reason. But all them people that was at that same party with him, they didn't say anything about them, did they? But they talking about you. They can, but you can't. I'm just saying. Race often is the forefront of America's conversation. It has lately emerged with new urgencies around discussions of policy, immigration, First Amendment rights, and even professional football. And yet, even as we are confronted with dramatic examples of ongoing racial tensions, most white Americans remain convinced that race is no longer central to one's opportunities in life. Really, but guess what? Because it doesn't happen to them. They cannot fathom. They're not even walking in your same shoes. So it's a lot of stuff that we come talking about happening. Oh my God, this is happening. They're looking at you like, what? It's not happening to us. So it doesn't happen. What are you talking about? We don't go through that. You don't look like me either. Please don't treat us like that. You don't look like me. But they think we're just making it up. Oh, you pulling the race card. Well, yes. I'm not just pulling the race card. I'm walking that race card. Be Black, walk in my shoes for one day, and then tell me what you're not experiencing. But because you're not experiencing, oh, it's not happening. It's not happening. I'm not experiencing that. Cop stopped me the other day, and I got a ticket, and I didn't even get a ticket. And I just drove off, and it was fine. No, nothing to see here. You don't look like me. You can't compare your activity or how the police treat you to how they treat me, because you don't look like me. You don't walk in my shoes. But they try it every day, right? Polling data, what did it say? Polling data shows that many believe these lingering conflicts represents the acts of a few bad apples. Did you hear that? And aren't in sync with the larger trend toward systematic racial equality. Are those beliefs accurate? What do we know about the long term trends in racial discrimination? Discrimination gives it given how it often manifests subtly. I mean, sometimes you can't even tell it. If and see, most black folk will say, "Oh, anytime you have Tim Scott that said race, America's not a racist country." You know, you hear him say that on this Bears channel, right? Racism, right? America's not a racist country. What are you talking about? See, he been treated like that for so long. We don't even know that that's not normal behavior. We look at it. We used to being treated like crazy, so we just, we've been treated. We don't even. I don't even think we recognize it anymore. I don't even think we recognize because we got so used to being treated bad that you got black folks saying, I didn't know it was racism. I didn't know. I actually seen a lady say this. We was at a show, me and my husband, and the lady said, we were talking about colorism, right? And she said, I didn't even know racism still exists. I'm looking at her like, I didn't even want to go there. I just was. My husband got he got mad at her, and I was like, you know why she said that? Because that's all she hanging around with white folk. Okay, and she's gotten used to being called. She's got used to being like treated bad. So it's just nothing to her. It's just normal behavior. So if white folk don't call you ninjas, you just don't assume that they're racist. But they can do whatever to you. They can say whatever to you. As long as they don't call you a ninja, you'll be, oh, they're fine. Those are my friends. Okay, I'm done. I think I've said enough. I think I've said enough. So how out of all of this that I've said, what do we do? We parent on purpose for one, parent on purpose for two. Okay, for one. And we do this. We create our own tables. We don't have to beg them to do anything for us. And those are just products. Those are products that we have. Ready for a change. In order to complete goals in life, you must take a step in the right direction moving forward. You are looking to make changes in your life. You have come to the right place. We will provide you with a paid on the job training apprenticeship program that will allow you the opportunity to own your own business. For more information, click on the programs offer tab and you will find what we have to offer. Keep in mind that these are current programs offered and updated on a daily basis. Okay? I'm just saying. We can parent on purpose. This is some of the things that we offer. Okay. Resume writing, mentoring, management, money management classes, which we need in as far as black folk, life insurance, we need that too. Coaching, new programs coming. Okay. I mean, I'm just saying, this is what we do. Or we can continue complaining about the discrimination, okay? About hiring discrimination against black Americans. We can continue complaining about this. I'm just saying, it's up to you. The ball is in your court. What you want is what you're going to put in place right now to change your act, to change your situation. Are we going to parent on purpose now? Are we going to try to at least understand and start building our own tables? Or are we going to still continue waiting? We can still continue. Are we going to start educating our own children? We can keep it the way it is. And I'm gonna tell you what, the next 20 years, your baby's gonna look totally different. Them boys gonna be wearing dresses and them girls gonna be wearing, okay, everything's gonna be reversed. I already can't tell a little girl and a little boy walking down the street now. You can't tell, but they both walk the same. If they both bald head, both walk the same, can't tell them unless you turn around. Then some girls, they got, you can't tell. They ain't got, you can't tell. You feel like, girl, what is it? I think one other day, my husband looked at me, which one? I don't know. I can't tell. I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. I didn't know what that, I don't know. I couldn't tell. And that's the sad part about it. It's getting more and more, it's getting worse and worse. You can't even tell now. But this is what they're doing in your schools. If those schools were good, do you think your children would be allowed in those schools for free? Free, everything free is for your demise. They give you a free shot, then your hands to start dropping dead. Died suddenly. You seen that? You need to go watch it. Died suddenly.info. Go check it out. And oh, you're a conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theories are people that see, focus, see visions, see things before you see them. And we talk about them before you actually see them. Then 2 years later, you start seeing them, be like, oh, I remember when Cassie talked about that 2 years ago. Oh my God, she really was. Oh my God. Make it make sense, you guys. Make it make sense. We can stay right here for the next Vanessa's. I think it's longer than 25 years. I'm sorry, I think it's been like since the 60s. We've never gotten that economic thing right with them. Never. And now we talk about reparations and they want to cuss you out about it. But you giving them to everybody else. You didn't gave it to everybody else. Where's ours? I'm just saying. Gave it to Jews every day for something that don't even. Every year they give reparations for something that a Holocaust that didn't even happen in America. Did that Holocaust happen here? Why you paying them? And ain't nobody saying nothing. They proud to give it to them white folks. And then Afghanistan, Ukraine. Hold on, even mention Ukraine. Billions of dollars, trillions, millions. I'm just saying, 100 million, wasn't it? That's how much money they just got. But then they want to have a fit when they give you when you're talking about 20 trillion or 5 million. But they just gave Ukraine 100 million. But now they got they got something to say when then San Francisco offer you 5 million. Your own has something to say. And it gets me when our own will stand up there and say, oh, we don't need reparations. We don't need a handout. I do. I do. Give me mine. You don't want yours? I'll take yours. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I need mine. I want mine. But I'm done. I think we ran that horse in the ground enough. But I am doing research now on CRT. So we're gonna talk about that. Since you want to ban it in schools. I'm just saying, we're gonna talk about why. Why are they? Because we not. Let me just tell y'all something. We don't teach our children history. They're not gonna teach our children history. Slavery will be null and void, right? So we won't have to pay anybody reparations because ain't nobody gonna remember slavery because it's a null and void conversation. All the books, black books, we taking them out. MLK books, all the black books we take. We trying to ban them. No black history. You can't even talk about black history. But if you do, you going to jail. Did you see Ron DeSantis? He putting a bill in that you can't even say nothing about him. This is how pitiful he is. You can't even say anything about him because you're going to jail. It's illegal. Oh my God. What happened to her second? What is that First Amendment? I could be able to talk as I want. I can say whatever I want. You right, forecast. I'll take mine. I want mine right now. I wish I can get mine now. I'm just saying. But Ron DeSantis has a bill to where he said you can't even say nothing about him. He's so pitiful and so weak that you hurt my feelings. You can't even talk about me. They are so weak. Ooh, these some weak individuals. But we seem to be brainwashed to think that they're better than us. Ain't nothing better than them. And when I look at them passport rolls and I look at these black men, these white women, they just put it all in black women's faces. And I'm like, you gonna reap that, baby. You gonna reap that. Ask the Nigerian boy. Oh, you can't. He's dead. I forgot. You can't ask him nothing, right? Because his white woman, only fan, murdered him and almost got away with it. But this is what we do. We think we go to the trash and we'll call bad good and good evil, right? And we'll go to the trash and think we got $1,000 bill. And you got a nothing. You got a fake dollar bill. And you trying to call it real. If it ain't black, it ain't real. If it don't look like me, it ain't real. I'm just saying. That's fake over there. If it don't look like me, it ain't real. You cannot go and collect a fake dollar bill and say it's real. And that's what black men want to do. They want to collect fake money, monopoly money, and trying to replace monopoly money with to be real. It'll never be. It'll never take the place of a black woman that understand your struggle because you went through the same struggle. They'll never understand. They'll never get it. You will always have to compromise when you're dealing with them. We always have to compromise dealing with them. Always. We can never be our black self. You can never be your true nothing because you always got to act like it's okay. It's okay. And you, even when you dating a white woman and you want to sit up there and act like she better than black. I mean, this woman could be a horse, a hippo, an elephant, and you just proud. How are you proud with that? Well, you could have had a black woman. I'm just saying, how are we so proud with nothing, with their leftovers, with their nothings? These are women that even white men don't want. And you'll sit up there walking proud with them. And you'll come against your own. And they be someone look like they on crack. Ain't got no teeth in their mouth. I actually see this one. Oh my, it's not this. Oh, I'm sorry. I just, man, I just look and I'd be like, what in the world is going on? What are we thinking? What's going on with this mindset here? You got what look like a crackhead and trying to compare her to a black woman. Ain't got no teeth in the mouth. I'm sorry. You are not barking in my house. I know. No barking. No, 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 no. So yeah. Oh, look at this little thing, y'all, trying to bark. Look at this little thing. Look at this little raggedy. Look at her. She got a diaper on because she don't be in my house. Got the nerve trying to bark at somebody. That's my granddaughter's dog. Go Bailey. That's my grandbaby's dog. Anyway, her bad self. She's so mean. She's so little and cute. People think she's. Oh, she bite? Does she bite? So yeah, she does. Don't put your finger up there. Maybe trying to pat her on her. I know, huh? She's so mean. She's mean. You ain't doing nothing. I ain't thinking about you. Anyway. All right, you guys, I'm done. I am done. I hope you guys, I hope I said something to trying to get us. I don't know how to get us on track. I mean, we talk and we talk and we talk, and people still be, hey, y'all need to go vote. If you running for office, I'm not gonna vote for somebody that they picked for us. Because you already know that they ain't worth a dang on. Black, white, or indifferent. They ain't worth nothing, right? So why are we even trying to still do that? If we pick them and vet them, yeah, we can go vote because we know they're gonna make some changes because we put something on the table, right? But if we don't put stuff on the table, we know they're not gonna. We know they're not gonna do nothing for you. We already know that. But I want us to get to the point where we are parenting on purpose and look at these different, have some different results. Get ready to stop sharing, right? I'm trying to think. And let's do this. Let's get back to this. Let's get back to building our own tables. Let's get back to doing for us. No, no. I want to get back to doing for us, you guys. I'm just saying. I'm coming back over here. Yes, you just got here. Sorry, I'm getting ready to end. I'm done. I don't like these long lives, but I hope I've said something to actually activate some things. Forecast has an amazing. I think he's gonna do his thing tonight. I'll be there. Um, Having jobs except us and yeah, they are getting jobs where they're not hiring us. I'm telling you, they are not hiring us, you guys. And did you see the two? And I'm gonna be done. Did you see the two, the representatives in Tennessee? That's been done before. That's been done one other time, way back in the day. They and I think it was in Wilmington where they did the same thing to all of the black folk that was voted in Wilmington. Did you guys see that? The two black guys in Tennessee that was fighting for white children. They weren't even fighting for black kids. Okay, you're trying to finish it. Okay. But they weren't even fighting for black kids. And those two representatives in Tennessee, They went to bat for white children. They got that mass shooting right there in Tennessee, right? But why you lost everything and you weren't even fighting for your own babies? They don't even fight for their kids, but you gonna take on their fight to fight for their children, and got fired. But they look it up in Wilmington back in the day. It was like way back, like 1906. It was way back. That Wilmington, it might not have been that. Yeah, it had to be like maybe 1919. It was way back, right? Well, Wilmington, they had voted in all these black representatives, and they ran them out of the city, and the ones that didn't leave, they killed them. Look that up. Wilmington today is very racist. Okay, went to the beach down there. It's very racist. I don't even like it. Okay, but they did that back in the day, and they doing it now. Those are two representatives. What gives you the right? Now I was voted in by people, and now you're gonna vote me out and tell me I'm expelled because I went against something that you didn't believe in, because I was talking about something you didn't want to talk about, or I voted on something, or I did this, or showed a fist. Didn't they just show a fist? Or I was protesting something, trying to get some attention on a thing in America. But it's not about racism, you guys. It's not about the guns. It's about racism. They want to do whatever they want to do, and you ain't supposed to say anything. You sit there, shut up, and take it, or else we're gonna consider what you're saying as hate speech, because it's not happening to us. You pulling a race card, and we don't give a damn what happened to y'all black folk anyway, and we're showing you. So if you go against the NRA, or you go against these white gunmen, and you trying to call out, because the NRA pay a lot of money to these politicians. Don't forget, they will never get rid of guns in America. Joe Biden knows that too. They will never get away. They will never get rid of these guns in America. Let me see what some of you guys said. Fire, but the white lady, exactly. The white lady didn't, and she told you why. It's about color. Didn't she tell you? She says it's about color. But ain't nobody talking about it. Why ain't nobody talking about that? This white woman did the same thing, walked around with them, and didn't get fired. They do racist. They do stuff in your face and look at you and say, "Now what?" Because you're gonna keep voting for us. Tennessee, what you gonna do about it? All the men that got rid, you can get rid of them. And then she said, "Oh, I'm gonna try to get you back." And say, "Oh, shut up. You don't do nothing. You don't do nothing." She probably was trying to date one of them, knowing her. Fire, but fighting for other people. Exactly. You got fired and lost everything because you was fighting for white folks, children. Wouldn't even fight for your own. They kill our children in the street. How many did a protest? How many did a protest when our kids die in the street every day? Michael Brown. Did anybody do a protest in the Congress or Senate? Lost their job for that? No. But you lost your job, lost everything, your bread and butter for white children. That's how mental illness, that's how disgusting we deal with mental illness. That's how mentally ill we are. We won't even protect our own, but we'll go and fight and lose everything for them. I'm just saying, mental illness. And they just hugged a little white woman. Sometimes I look at us and I could just laugh all day long because we are just so, I don't know what to say. I'm done. I'm done. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Have a great week. Forecast, y'all be coming on so late sometimes. I be in the bed when I be trying to watch, and I'll catch it after y'all get done. But I seen the last one, but I'm telling y'all be on y'all come on too late for me. I'll be in the bed. I got to get up too early. And y'all be coming on late, like 11, 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. Y'all on there talking. Everybody play though. Oh, but I'm done. Thank you, forecast. But I'm done. Thank you for coming, you guys. You guys didn't have to come. I appreciate every time you guys spend with me. Like and share, like and share, like and share. It don't cost, but hit the button. That's all. Share it out, like it, and let's move forward and let's build. Let's build. Okay, let's build. We'll talk later, you guys. Bye for now.